Is that how it works?
Is that a throuple?
Is that a throuple?
Pillow Talk!
Welcome back to Pillow Talk Monday, and happy Pride Month.
I think in honor of Pride Month, we decided to talk about a topic that we know nothing about.
Per usual.
That's
Pillow Talk,
to
baby.
get back to our roots.
Watch us fumble our way through
Being
gay and not knowing anything about anything.
You think we've been gay for this long, we would know more about things, but...
It's only what television has taught me.
If you and your girlfriend are going to find a third, Pride Month is the month to do it.
Or you and your wife. Like, don't just limit it to you and your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Anyone. You and your best friend. I don't care.
You and your ex.
You and your ex.
We don't advise it, but if you're going to do it in June. So before we get into this video that we know you're all excited and you're all wondering, what are we going to talk about? We'd like to thank this week's sponsor, BetterHelp.
Maybe you're at a phase in your life where you thought, oh, my life is different than I thought it was going to be when I was growing up. We are talking about how gay we are on the internet. I would have never expected that.
No. Married to a woman.
For sure, I thought I was going to be a nun avoiding men at all costs.
It is hard to imagine that future when you're still in the closet.
18-year-old age and however old I am now.
21.
21-year-old age. Much happier.
Wouldn't it have been great if when you were coming out, you had therapy?
It would have saved me probably 10 years of turmoil.
It's also great to have a therapist when you're navigating something new or when you're going through some challenges. Just to have that extra support because you can't really talk to your friends and your family about everything. BetterHelp is the paid partner for this video and they're on a mission to make starting therapy easier.
All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire and they will match you with a therapist as soon as possible.
And you can easily switch therapists at any time at no extra cost if you're finding it's not the right fit for you.
So if you're thinking of starting therapy, click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/gaywomen and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Let's talk about a throuple, which is apparently different than a threesome. Who knew?
This is a very exciting video because I don't see a lot of throuples.
They're hiding, I feel like.
Where are you? If you're in a throuple, bring it out for Pride.
It always starts with, again, film and TV is sprinkling the seed. We got a throuple in Hacks.
There was a throuple in the L Word.
There was a throuple in the L Word briefly, which I wish, honestly, they explored that for the whole season because I liked that storyline. It was fun.
Alice, Nat, and Gigi broke up way too soon. They were dating for like maybe 2 episodes.
We got one threesome scene and then they just broke up.
Not enough.
Also, like, I don't know if I condone a throuple with your wife and your wife's ex-wife.
If you're gonna date 2 exes, that's wild.
Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman, which I really like that movie. That's just about
a throuple.
A throuple. That's literally what, well, it's about Wonder Woman, but a throuple.
Aubrey Plaza on Parks and Rec. That was a throuple, or was that not a throuple?
No, that wasn't a throuple because she was dating someone and then her boyfriend had a
boyfriend?
And I don't think she was dating the boyfriend's boyfriend.
So we watched Hacks, and we were like, how would a throuple work?
Because the throuple on Hacks did not work.
No.
But we will tell you how to make it work. Because we know, obviously.
There's obviously a lot of throuple configurations, right?
What do you think is the best combination to make it success? Because I don't even know if it's 3 women. Because I feel like that's a lot of estrogen, periods, and talking.
Okay, first of all, how would you find 3 women? Your first problem.
Women don't want to open their relationship up. I feel like gay men, they're like, yes.
A gay couple is like 3 men are the bare minimum, I feel like.
I think it's harder to find a monogamous gay man couple than it is to find a lesbian couple that has opened up their relationship.
Yeah.
The ultimate unicorn is the monogamous or the open lesbian couple. People ask, they're like, I'm single and I just want one other woman.
Oh my god.
That's hard. Find 2 other women? Impossible.
So once you have overcome the first hurdle of getting in your throuple with 3 women, which we're not explaining how to do it because we have no idea.
I don't know.
How it's done.
I have no idea. Best of luck with that. Find a woman.
Find a woman.
Find a woman that all 3 of you like. Insane. Okay, continue.
Is it possible?
Okay, so if you can't get
done,
if you can't get past step 1, it's over.
Yeah. But how do you find, let alone finding like 3 women that all like each other, how do you find 3 compatible zodiac signs?
Maybe that's how you do it.
You just
go based on zodiac signs. It's just based on what it's like on paper. It's statistics.
It's
just personality quizzes.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I don't know, ChatGPT.
What would be the 3 worst sun signs in a throuple. I feel like 3 of any of the same signs would be bad in a throuple.
Like 3 Scorpios?
Yes. Exactly like that.
Horrible. Can you imagine that?
3 Geminis?
3 Leos? You know what? 3 Leos might work, but no, because it might. They all want attention a lot, and they're all good at giving attention. I think out of that 3 that we just mentioned,
3 Leos?
I think 3 Leos are maybe the only ones that could maybe work.
Could make it happen.
But they'd all annoy each other a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. What happens when those 3 Leos go out in public? And they're all fighting for other people's attention. My brain is still on where do you find this person, and I'm just like, online? Like, how do you find this person in the real world? This is the equivalent of going up to someone and saying, my partner and I saw you from across the bar, like, we'd like to buy you a drink, right?
That's a classic.
You bump into your ex at Pride, then you bump into another ex at Pride, and then you guys start a throuple? Maybe.
A mutual ex. So it's both of your exes.
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
Lesbians all have mutual exes.
Exactly.
So I feel like it wouldn't be a problem.
It would either be amazing or the worst experience of your life, and there's no in between.
If you and your new partner date a mutual ex and it's the worst thing ever,
that's on you. That's not
on us.
No.
Okay, what about in a throuple with types of lesbians?
Like mask, femme, lipstick, chapstick.
What do you think is the best combination?
Because like I don't think 3 masks will work.
Too sensitive? Or just they just have too much fun it'd be too much playing and
who's gonna walk through the door first?
So they'd never get anywhere.
No, they never go anywhere.
Never even get on the first date.
3 femmes, also absolutely not.
They would never get to the date because they would just be getting ready forever.
Guess what? I think 1 mask,
1
femme, 1 like chapstick or tomboyish / femme in between. I also feel like that looks the best together.
It's like a gradient.
The 3rd person has to be able to go both ways. Could go a little more mask tomboy, a little more femme if they want.
I think it would be 1 more like masculine lesbian and 2 more feminine lesbians. Because masked lesbians are usually more sensitive, like golden retriever types. You can't have 2 golden retrievers and 1 black cat because they would drive that black cat crazy.
But 2 cats, though, like what if 2 cats don't get along?
Right. All dogs get along.
All dogs get along. Okay, let's remember that.
Yeah.
The golden retrievers, they're all gonna get along.
But not all cats get along.
No.
So it would be harder to find. But I think the better dynamic.
Cats are the protectors over the dogs, which makes no sense.
Like, the golden retriever is loud, but they're not actually scaring anyone, you know?
No.
Hypothetically, you make it. You find this girl. You all start dating. You all like each other. It's working.
Okay. You've done the impossible. We're not saying a throuple is impossible, guys. There are throuples. We're saying a lesbian throuple is impossible, okay?
You have to be some top-tier lesbians to make that throuple happen.
Do you know who's in the throuple? A lesbian throuple?
Who?
Nicole LaPira, who wrote that book, How to Do the Work.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a lesbian throuple. I'm going to email her and say, look, write a book. How did you make it work? How did you find this person?
I bet she's working on a book, and her throuple works because she's a therapist.
Yeah.
Okay? You're in the throuple. Pros and cons. Being in a throuple.
The middle of in a bed of a throuple? Kill me.
It depends. I guess you run hot.
I run hot.
But if you run cold, maybe it's a pro.
That's true. I like that. I like how you switch that. Change your perspective.
The most obvious throuple pro, I think, are 3-ways. 3-way rent.
Oh.
Triple closets.
Ooh. Like extending your wardrobe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Economically, it just makes sense.
Right. I'm thinking practically. Like in a canoe. When Sarah and I in a canoe, guess what? Guess who's doing the paddling? You know. I don't have to say it,
I'm enjoying the sights.
We're in a throuple, extra person helping me paddle. At least that's the person I'm looking for.
Yeah, like what if you have 2 passenger princesses? What if you're on a road trip and only you like driving?
That won't work. That will not work in my ideal throuple dynamic.
Right. So I'm just saying some of these are pros but could also be cons. It just depends on the person.
But you know what though? Like 2 hot girls and I'm doing everything for them, I guess is never a con.
How do +1s work?
I guess you just gotta be like, who wants to go to this? It's hard if you both want to go, but...
It could also be a pro.
Could be a pro, where you're like, I don't want to go to this wedding.
Where your partner is like, I only have to go to half the family events.
Exactly.
If you guys follow us on Instagram, you know that H and I love Disneyland.
If you have watched any video of us, you know we love Disneyland.
We have been to 10 different Disney parks.
But you know what? I think being in a throuple at Disneyland is a major con. Because pretty much every single ride you're going to ride is a 2-person seater ride.
Right.
So then what? That third person always has to be a single rider? And do you know who would end up being the single rider? Me.
You would have just as much fun on the ride if you were Disneyland
See
solo.
exactly what I'm saying, okay? She's already... In this imaginary scenario, I have gotten the boot to single rider. But you know what? There are some Disney rides, though, where it's like, it's me and you, and then there's like a dad. Because it's always the dads that get shafted also in the family dynamic. The Cars ride is for 3. Cars ride is throuple friendly.
4 throuples.
Pirates of the Caribbean, throuple friendly.
It is. Big Thunder Mountain. Not throuple friendly.
Not throuple friendly.
Devastating. Also Splash Mountain. Depends
which
park
park
you're at, because one park, it's single seats.
It's single seats, so you can all hold each other. Throuple friendly.
Yeah. But then at the Florida park,
it's 2.
2 beside each other, not throuple friendly.
Correct. Same with Space Mountain.
Different park.
Different park.
Different seating arrangement.
Different seating arrangement.
Guys, we're
now we're just talking about Disneyland and if it's throuple friendly.
We are combining our love of Disneyland and I guess new love of throuples into this. If you could pick one ride at Disney, any Disney park, that would best encapsulate what it's like being in a throuple,
yeah,
which ride would you pick?
Oh my god.
I will go first.
Okay, you already have one.
I have it queued up, that's why I asked
Oh,
the
yeah, I
question.
don't know.
Grizzly River Run.
Okay, why? Because you're getting wet. Oh, you're getting wet. I get it. There are geysers shooting things up. I get it. I get it.
Okay, listen. It's fun. It's exciting. It is scary at times. You get very wet on that ride. You have to bring a second pair of underwear. Because when you go on Grizzly River Run, your underwear is soaked.
But one person always gets the wettest, depending on where you're sitting.
I think when you're in line for that ride, it says you will get soaked.
No, it says you will get wet, you may get soaked.
You will get wet.
That's the for a lesbian throuple. You will get wet, you may get soaked.
And then once you've made it through all of the rapids, it's kind of like a lazy river.
But you missed the most important thing. Getting on that ride is difficult. The boat is spinning. The platform is spinning. It's always a long line.
Yes.
They always have to stop it because someone can't get on that ride. If you get on, that's your first step.
First feat. And then you are in for the ride of your life.
That's throuple friendly though. That's sitting.
Yeah. You could fit 2 throuples on that
2
ride.
throuples. That's a polycule. Wow, we talked about Disney a lot. Okay, we've never talked about a throuple though before on Pillow Talk. We've talked about threesomes a couple times.
Yeah.
Which is different. But also if you're in a throuple, depending if you're all doing this stuff together, which we did not clarify, you could be doing threesomes as well. So refer to those videos if you're like, well, I'm in the throuple. How do I have a threesome?
We'll link our threesome
our threesome video. It's very, again, because we're experts in it, we'll give you great advice.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Does it exist? Maybe you're in one now. Maybe you were in one.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible? Asking for some friends. Do you know who would be in a lesbian throuple though?
Who? What?
Kristen and Kristen. They would be in one for sure, and it would be a disaster because neither of them are healthy.
No, Kristen and Kristen should not be in a throuple.
Should not be in a throuple.
Would be in a throuple. How long do they work for?
According to the L word, not very long.
So happy Pride. Have a fun, safe, enjoyable Pride. Throuple up. Find your third. Come back. Leave a comment. Let us know how it goes. And if you see us at Pride and you are a throuple, please bring your throuple to us. Say hello. Thank you guys for watching Pillow Talk Monday.
And we'll see you next Monday. Goodbye.